Hi everybody, my name is Patricia. I'm a first-generation Beatles fan. This channel is called A Little Beatles Corner. Today's video is going to be my showing you all the Beatles-related items and Beatles stuff that I bought over the past month, which was February 2025, and a few odd assorted other little things. But before I do that, I do want to just stop real quick and thank everybody who has been a part of this channel in any way. I am so grateful to all of you, and if there's anything I can do for you over my end, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it. Now, the first thing I want to do is show you I got 2 gifts this past month, which is really nice, and I will show the first one, which is a Let It Be alternate album. So it's a bootleg of alternate takes from the Let It Be sessions. And this was given to me by my Beatle friend Ralph, who knows now that I'm into alternate stuff after 60 years. So there's some really good tracks on here. And it helps me round out some of the things that I'm trying to do as far as alternate takes go. And the sound on this is very good, so I cannot complain at all about any of it. So I want to thank Ralph, and I also want to say hi and shout out to his wife, Carrie, who's got to think we're totally crazy, and she's putting up with it. So I want to say I appreciate you too, Carrie. So shout out to Ralph, thank you, and to Carrie, thank you. Now, the second gift I got was from my friend Polly, and this is a special edition, a limited edition. This is in a slipcase. It's Tom Murray with his Mad Day Out photographs and other stuff in here. So this is a slipcase. And there's the spine of it. So it comes out. Here you go. So this talks about his photography career. I'm going to show you the autograph section now. And he's got some pretty interesting stories, because actually he was also kind of a royal photographer. He got to be friendly with Lord Snowdon and Princess Margaret, so he hung out with them quite a bit. Now he reproduced his photos from that day of a Mad Day Out. So I'll show you a few. And here is Paul spitting water. And that's Thomas Mary many years later, I guess more recently. And part of this book, he actually took you back to the places where they actually did shoot the photos. Yeah. So there's a lot of beautiful photographs in here. So I want to thank Polly. Oh, and actually I have number 65. I don't know how many they made of these special editions, but it's a beautiful book. And I want to thank Polly a lot for this, because she knows I would really like to have a signed lithograph from Tom Mary for my wall, but because they're $4,000, I think this is the next best thing. So she did a great thing by giving me this book, and I can't thank her enough. And again, I want to thank Ralph and Carrie too. Now, and old news. You probably remember when I came back from London and I saw Paul at the O2 the first night. I bought a poster, and I tried to show it to you, but it was all rolled up. So I finally got it framed, and here it is. And it says December 18th and 19th, '02. So especially 2 nights for this poster only. And actually, when I bought it, I had no idea that it was numbered. I hope you can see that somewhere. So I have number, what is it, 219 out of 420. So, you know, even though I complained about paying 40 pounds, which is about $55 United States money for it, at the time for a piece of paper, I really didn't know at the time that it was actually numbered. So I'm kind of thrilled about that. And it really is a nice memory of actually just going to London and seeing him. So there you go. So that's a completed project for that. Now there's one thing I need your help with before I move on to showing you what I actually did buy this month. So on eBay I got a used Tug of War box set. And it's got everything in it. You know, it was like new, which it is. And it's got the books and the CDs, DVDs, all of it. The only thing is I have no number on the back of mine for some reason. So I'm wondering whether this could have been a mistake, that they just didn't get printed on this, or whether anybody else has seen anything, any of this box sets without numbers, or if that means anything, or it was a promo thing, or or it doesn't mean anything at all. I don't know. But I would really like to know any information somebody might know about that, because I cannot find anything anywhere. And I'm hoping maybe Ron Martin, you know everything that you might know about this. So I'm looking forward to getting some information if any of you out there have any knowledge. So, all right, now for the month of February 2025, I bought 2 CDs. This one is just a single CD, Single Love, Free as a Bird. It's still sealed. I didn't have it, so I paid a couple dollars for it on eBay. And then through Discogs, I've been looking for this. It's called A Tribute to Lennon and McCartney by Jerry Marsden, who was Jerry Marsden of Jerry and the Pacemakers, who had a fabulous voice. Now, he's been deceased for maybe 5 years or so, maybe about now. But he did this CD singing Beatles songs, Paul McCartney songs, With a Little Luck, Imagine, It's For You, Just Like Starting Over, You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, Yesterday, Give Peace a Chance, Pipes of Peace, Fall in the Hill. There's a lot of them. So I was really looking forward to getting this because I wanted to hear Jerry sing Beatles songs. But turns out that he also had a like a choir or backing group of females, I don't know, with him. And they just ruined the whole thing as far as I was concerned, because they're mostly on every single track on here, so which I did not like at all. But he did do a version of Yesterday that I remember that didn't have any backing. But anyway, that's Jerry and the Pacemakers. Now, I bought 2 books. This one is a weird book. It's a conversation between John Lennon and some Swami called Search for Liberation. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this little book before. It's old. The publishing date on this is 1981. It's pretty thin. It's got, oh, geez, 68 pages only. And it's got Yoko in here too, but apparently there's conversations. Whoever recorded these, I don't know. I have to read this book. I have no idea. Between John and the Swami. And so, and as I say, Yoko was in here too. So she's part of the conversation. So I thought it'd be interesting to know, maybe there's a little bit more about religion in John's view that would be interesting to learn about. So, and plus I've never seen this book before, so that's why I picked that up for a couple bucks. Now the other book I picked up was the Dezo Hoffman John Lennon book. This is a hardback edition. There's softback editions of it. So this is the last book I needed for my Dezo Hoffman collection. And Dezo Hoffman tells the story a little better in here than when I've seen other places. This photo here with John is on a water skiing. Dezo Hoffman took this when they were in Miami. And this photo made John mad when he found out, or he saw it was printed somewhere else, because he didn't like his forehead showing. So he got into a huge argument and destroyed a relationship with Dezo Hoffman. And, Dezo really couldn't understand it. It's a fascinating little story. And so after that, John did not want to be photographed by Dezo Hoffman anymore. So there were a few instances after this argument where it says that he sent his assistant out, and I don't know who his assistant was, but to do the photos, because John didn't want to be around him at all. And so then later on in the mid-70s, John was in New York, of course, and Dezo was there, and I guess John found out that Dezo was there and called him up and had him come over. And so they had some conversation and seemed to have amended their relationship after all those years to some extent. But it was a crazy story. So anyway, this is all pretty much John centric in terms of, photos mostly, geared toward John. Now, he never did another Beatle one that was just a single Beatle. This is the only one he did. So he didn't do a Paul McCartney book or a George book or anything. Just kind of weird. So he must have really had a love for Lennon. Now, according to Perry Cox, I have bought a photo from him, that the last photo session that Dezo actually did, and I don't know how he did this when they were not having a relationship, John and him anymore, was during the satellite or world thing. And he also did some photos from Sgt. Pepper, like the Sgt. Pepper rollout thing. So how that happened, I would like to know, and that's still a mystery to me. So anyway, that's my Lennon book, which I'm happy to have. Now, the rest of the stuff I got were records. The first one I got is a Beatles-related one. This is Billy J. Kramer, Trains and Boats and Planes on the Imperial label. This is still sealed. I got this, I did a Billy J. Kramer thing like last month, a little tribute thing to him. And actually, this was the only record that I did not have in his main catalog, which was about maybe 5 or 6 albums. And so I saw this on eBay sealed, and I paid about $30 for it, so I did get it. Now, they still have the Parlophone, his first album, which I think is called Listen, on eBay, which I still need because I have it on another label, and I'd like to get it on the real label, so I might spend another $30 for another Billy J record, so I don't know. And then now for Mr. Sticker Mania Frank, I got another BC13 UK 1978 stereo Hard Day's Night, sealed. I think I paid maybe $80 for it or so. I can't remember. Frank is pretty good about giving you a little bit of a better deal. So if he has something I really want, I just go ahead and get it. Now, the rest of the records I got are 45s. I got 2 Purple Capitol 45s, and then I got a few Apple 45s, which I was really after. So this is the first Capitol 45, which is You Know My Name, Look Up the Number, and Let It Be. And these are meant I paid $6 a piece for these, but you know, by the time you're on eBay and you have to pay for tax and shipping, it doubles the price. So, I mean, I know I'm not getting as good prices as I could get if I could find them out in the wild, but I don't know. There's the sleeve for that. And then the second purple capital I got, neither of these are the Starline capitals, these are the other ones. So it's Love Me Do and P.S. I Love You. Yeah. There's the P.S. I Love You part. And there's the Love Me Do. These are pretty easy to get in mint condition. And there's the sleeve that goes with it. So that's it for the two purple capitals I got for the month. Then I got some, the rest are Apple 45s, which I'm collecting. Now these two were supposed to be mint, but they're not. But I decided to keep them anyway. This is Nowhere Man. And then the other side is What Goes On. I would say these are excellent to very good plus, these two. He advertised them as mint, but because they're so hard to get, I thought about sending them back. But if I can ever find another copy, that'll be better. But so then I got Strawberry Field and Penny Lane. I think I paid, let's see. I paid like $8 for each of these, plus shipping, but I got a little deal on the shipping, so some of these, they're really hard to come by, these Apple 45s, in the condition I want them in, for sure. And now I got this from somebody else. This is Something and Come Together. Now the rest of these are mint, which is more to my liking. And then there's a black apple sleeve for that. And then I got Slow Down and Matchbox. For some reason, the late ones, the Hey Jude and Let It Be and a few of those later ones, Old Brown Shoe and those, they're easier to get. But the other ones that came, you know, the other songs from the catalog, the earlier stuff is really hard to get for some reason. I don't know if they didn't make a lot of them or why they're so hard to get, but and when you see them, they're like $30, $40, $50. They want $30, $40, $50 for a mint record. Now, this one is mint. Now, then the last one I got is I Am the Walrus with Hello, Goodbye. So I feel like I did really well this month getting these few Apple 45s. A couple of them, like 3 or 4 of them are stone mint, so I'm really happy about that. So I paid like $8 for Strawberry Fields, and Nowhere Man was like $8. So in that general range. So anyway, that's my what I got for last month, and I hope you enjoy what you saw. Found it kind of interesting. If you know anything about the box with no number, that would be great. And I want to thank Polly and Ralph for my gifts again, and Carrie too. So anyway, as usual, Beatles forever.